Hello, how are you getting on? I am really feeling the tremendous quality of changes that are happening with this quarantine. I feel that we're all being given this very, very creative time to go extremely deep into our higher consciousness and to get really, really clear about our purpose here in this timeline. I've taken, I've been doing Skype sessions for a good while, a long time, but I feel that I've wanted to take my clientele online through Skype or WhatsApp or, this is just the perfect time to really expand that experience. And it's a very, very safe way for people to receive support. And I just had a really interesting session with a lovely client of mine, and I learned a lot from that session. And the client was so grateful and gracious and generous, way more than I expected, which just really helps my heart to feel I just feel so blessed. This time together, with our higher selves, with our angels, with our family, our loved ones, our partners, our children, is a gift. And it's a time for us to say the things that we need to say to loved ones. An example of this is I had a beautiful moment with someone very, very dear to me, a family member, who I was having a lot of turbulence with in the past, I'd say especially 2 years. And I felt I'd reached a point where I had just had to surrender that relationship to a point as much as I could, because it was causing me hurt. And I was with that person recently, and a beautiful song came on the radio. And this song was a song that she said she used to sing to me as a child. Do you know the song? It actually won the Irish Eurovision Song Contest. It's by Dana. And it's called All Kinds of Everything. It's a lovely, lovely song. Look it up. It's a very sweet, innocent, kind of lullaby-ish song. It goes, all kinds of everything remind me of you. And it kind of goes through all the things in nature and how, and the beautiful feelings of life, and how all those lovely things remind that person of that person they love. And this song came on at a very pertinent moment, definitely a divinely synchronized moment. And the two of us just burst into tears. And I love how emotion and energy and vibration takes away the need for language, takes away the need for talk. Because I always think we talk way too much. We don't need to. If we actually tuned into the moment, into the present, and actually turned up the volume of our inner world with the other persons, there's so much going on that's beautiful, so much going on that's important and pertinent and loving underneath all the other stuff. But I think we cover it over with excessive talking. But anyway, we gazed into each other's eyes, and there was a deep understanding that a healing had taken place. And I turned to this person and I said, I love you very, very much. I love you so much. And they turned to me and said, you don't know how much I love you. And I said, I do. I do. That's all we needed to say to each other in that moment. Everything else was exchanged on a vibrational level. I feel like I've been waiting years for that. And it was such a moment of recognition, and it was such a poetic, beautiful moment. I was going to say of acceptance, but it's way, way bigger, much deeper than acceptance. It was love. You know, love is love is love. That's what this time is about. It's about sealing in the cracks with light, with love, with calmness and peace and purpose. I bet you're going to have some healing experiences with family members, with blood relatives, people, maybe friends that you haven't spoken to in years. People will be coming out of the woodwork to connect and to embrace the amazing light frequencies that are available to all of us right now. If your heart is open, you will receive these blessings, like I have. And I remember only about 3 weeks ago, I was walking around the beach, and I could see these beautiful violet, really like ultraviolet lights and bits of energy, and little shimmers of it, mainly on the ground, in the water, in the air. And I thought, oh, what is that? That's a new frequency. That's something different. It was there was a light in it that was fresh and new. And I feel I saw it again today when I was out on the beach. And I asked the angels, I said, is that what I think it is? Is that the higher frequencies that are being absolutely pouring, that are just flowing in to Gaia? I feel like Gaia is getting a chance to breathe, you know, she's getting a chance to really do her work, and she's getting a chance to have fresh air again. Have you heard about in China and America, because these big corporate companies are not pumping out all their smoke and toxic chemicals, that the air has actually become really clean again? The animals are getting a chance to actually be free and be respected and have some quality of life, because humans are not trampling all over them. And I think a lot of people are cutting down their meat consumption, which is brilliant. I'd say a lot of people going vegetarian, vegan. I celebrate that, you know. That compassionate choice is wonderful. There's lots of really good things happening because of this time, because of what we're really being pushed, really encouraged to look at. I was going to say forced, but really we're not being forced. Nothing is forced. We always have free will, you know. but we're choosing. This is a time of higher vibrational choosing. Choices being made that support the overall well-being of the planet and of humanity, so that we can recover from this upsurging of fear. You know, this virus is about cleaning out fear and about releasing toxic conscious thoughts and toxic patterns in your energy. It's an unscrambling of what's been holding us back for so long. So you may notice that you're given beautiful situations where maybe you're quarantined with a family member that you don't particularly like, or you have issues with, or you have a really negative dynamic with. This is a great chance for you to work through all that, because you have the time now, you have the space, and you have the energy to actually address those things. I just see so much positivity from this experience. I just feel so creative. I am painting canvases left, right and centre. I'm upcycling, sanding down furniture. I am cleaning out my life, my stuff, my home. I'm really enjoying resting more and sleeping in and taking time to really cook, like getting real creative with my cooking and enjoying deep relaxation, more time for meditation, and more time to make love and to be with the man I love, because we're together in this flat together. So I just hope that you're embracing the moment, taking it step by step, day by day, looking after yourself. And you know, we can talk about staying clean and washing our hands and doing all that good stuff, but really, I encourage you to keep your consciousness pure. When I say pure, I mean not perfect, no such thing. Perfection is death. But when I say pure, I mean cleansed of old, scrambled up, knotted things in your energy that just don't bring you joy, that cause you anxiety and stress. I hope you're able to release them now, and through meditation, through prayer, through community, and not just focusing on yourself, but also extending that love, that self-love to others. You know, maybe you have a neighbor who needs their dog walked and you need to go for a walk. That's healing two birds with the one bandage, as I'd say. I don't say the other one. I flip that expression on its head. Healing two birds with the one bandage, not the old one, which was killing two birds with the one stone. I don't like that. I never did. I changed that when I was a kid. So healing two birds with one bandage. You need a walk, the dog needs a walk, your neighbour needs to have the dog walked. Everybody's happy. Maybe your neighbour can't get to a grocery shop. Maybe you can do that for them. This is a great opportunity to really get back to what's important, which is loving connection, which is the true togetherness, which is our consciousness in harmony with each other. This is a harmonic convergence of all the souls, all the beings of this planet, including the animals and the flora, the fauna, nature, everything being respected again. And I heard that in certain parts of certain rivers that had no fish, like all the fish had left, the fish are actually returning back to those parts of the rivers. Like, look, I could go on and on. There's lots of beautiful, inspiring, uplifting examples if you look for them. So that is my prayer for you. Is the intention I want to set is that we look together for positive things. We look together for uplifting information and evidence that all is well, all is truly well in our world. And that we pray for those who have got the virus and are sick, and that they are strong and that they receive the right help and assistance to pull through. and to feel better. Please know this virus has nothing to do, this virus doesn't care. There's no hierarchy with this. And I've heard some things of spiritual people talking about, if you're a certain level of consciousness, you won't get the virus and things like that. And I really discourage that kind of talk, because I think that's a really untrue statement and way of thinking. We're human beings. The virus is a virus. Anybody can contract it. It's nothing to do with, you didn't do anything wrong. It's nothing to do with your level of consciousness. That is just not true. This is a blessing in disguise. A lot of people probably don't want to see it that way, and that's their choice. But for me, I am choosing to look for the things that please me in this. I'm choosing to look for the reality I prefer and the growth lessons that I can get from being quarantined at this time. I hope you do the same, because it helps me feel a lot better about the whole situation. And it also helps me unplug from the fear bait that's being passed around. I would say, if you can unplug, come offline, stop watching the news for a while, give yourself a break. It's everywhere and it's just overwhelming. It's too much and it's unnecessary. You will get the information you need. See, I trust that process, and I always get the information I need. If there's some, state of emergency I need to hear about, I hear about it, because the universe has my back and the universe has your back. So stay connected. I don't mean through a screen. I'm talking about stay connected consciously with your heart, with yourself, with your higher source self, and then let that be expressed in your behavior and your actions with others in any way that feels right for you. So much love and blessings to you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll continue to connect with you through these videos. Much love.